Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to take a look at this 2016 Lexus LS 460. This LS is currently showing just under 54,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior, as well as showing you some of the more notable features. So starting here on the exterior, a really nice spec. We can find it finished in a beautiful metallic silver with some really nice chrome accents littered throughout that of course we'll touch on in a moment. And these wheels, which have a stunning, almost dark chrome finish, which I absolutely love. But as usual, first off, we'll take you really close to the bodywork so as to look for any dings, dents, or scratches, making our way down the driver's side first. As we pass both driver's side doors, you'll find absolutely nothing to report. It all looks wonderful, and that continues all the way to the taillight here. Now looking at this rear wheel, it's in very nice condition, only one tiny paint chip right around 11 o'clock there. It's hard to even spot on camera, it's so minimal. You can see everything's in wonderful condition, and again, that dark chrome finish really presents beautifully. As we make our way to the front wheel, take a quick look at that chrome trim on the lower portion of the doors. Shining beautifully. Now look at the window surround trim, just the same. You only have a small imperfection on that B-pillar piano black trim. Looking at the front wheel, nice condition, small chips here and there around 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock, but otherwise very nice condition. And that brings us to the gorgeous front fascia. Now, as Lexus grills go, this one isn't so overbearing like some of the bigger SUVs are. I think it's nice and subtle, and it fits the design language beautifully. You can see the headlight lenses are crystal clear, not showing any signs of oxidation. You can see a small kind of scuff against this headlight lens, but otherwise very nice condition there. And some really cool design elements inside the headlights that are more easily seen when they're on, so we'll see that a little bit later. You also have some nice running light panels there on the bottom of the bumper cover, and the grille itself is in nice condition. The paint across the hood looks lovely as well. That brings us here to the passenger side, so again, another front wheel in very good condition. And we'll make our way down the side of the vehicle, looking for any imperfections here. Passing those bright chrome door handles, making our way all the way to the rear. Everything presents wonderfully. We'll also look at this rear wheel in great condition. I can't see any imperfections on this wheel whatsoever. Lastly, that brings us around to the back of the vehicle, where you find these taillight lenses crystal clear, absolutely faultless. And connecting them, a nice subtle piece of chrome trim, where we also find the Lexus badge, your model, the LS 460, and that very subtle all-wheel drive badge there. That is an important note. They do make this vehicle in rear-wheel drive, but here in New England, this is the one you want. See those nice dual exhaust outlets looking great as well. So now let's back out and make our way to the inside, where you find that silver exterior matches beautifully with this two-tone gray and black interior. Looking at the driver's seat as we make our way inside, you'll find minimal wear on those bolsters. And the color has held up relatively well for being such a bright color. Looking at the passenger seat, it's even nicer. And now we'll pass over these very cool door sills as we make our way inside, taking a quick moment to just look at how lovely these door cards look. Some beautiful designs. And this highlights one of my favorite things in modern Lexus, which is this leather that they use. I don't know what they do to it or how it's made, but it's so soft and light, and it just feels fantastic. You can also see a bit of expandable storage there, or for ease of access in the door. Nice solid thud when you shut the door, and it gets extremely quiet here in the interior. If you see any fogging there, it's just because it's very humid today, and I did have the air conditioning cranking quite high, so that's just a bit of fog on the outside, nothing to worry about there. Let's waste no time firing it up using the start button there, illuminated to show that it's ready to go. You have an extremely smooth but awesome sound from under the hood, which we'll check out in just a few moments here. Looking at the gauge cluster, very, very nice. You can see no strange warning lights to worry about, and the mileage reported just there. You'll wait for this caution screen to clear, And you can see our split screen infotainment system. So let's take a look around here. You can see the screen looks great. I do have it currently set to blue, but you can change it to a nice gold or brown. That also matches very nicely with the interior. As I click it into reverse, you'll find a nice high definition reversing camera. You'll also see a nice full color navigation display just there. You have some miscellaneous maintenance reminders that you'll see there, which just need to be cleared in the shop, but everything is perfectly up to date here in the Lexus and it runs beautifully. Let's take a look at the general condition. Looking here at the dash panel, absolutely faultless. It looks wonderful. The steering wheel just ahead of me here has a great design. I love the use of the wood grain trim on both the top and the bottom. You have that nice consistent flow of the grain direction there, both on the top and bottom, and it looks great. And then your nice leather grabs on either side, 9 and 3, which feel wonderful with that heated steering wheel function on as it currently is. Both of your sets of steering wheel controls look lovely. You have your very simple cruise control selector down there, wiper control and headlight control, all of which work perfect. So looking here across the actual dashboard, a beautiful blend of that wood grain trim that we find on the doors and the steering wheel, but also this nice sort of off silver trim, almost slightly bronzed, which matches beautifully with that analog clock. It's very simple, but it's a nice piece in the dead center of the interior here. Looking a bit lower, we have our climate controls and just subtle touches like when I adjust the temperature, it doesn't just flick to the next number, it actually scrolls through the numbers, and that's reflected there in the screen as well. But it's really nice the way that they program that. Very subtle, but a nice touch. You have your radio controls just below there. And moving here into the center console area, one touch operates this little panel, which reveals your cup holders and a power outlet. We have our gear selector. Very nice materials and a nice click as you go into each gear. Here you have your infotainment controller with a nice pad to rest your hand. You have some small controls here on the side, so instead of clicking with the mouse, you can just use your thumb to actuate that button there. You have some basic button controls and then a mouse control, which once you've gotten used to it, it's actually quite intuitive. Some people have different reactions to it, but I think it's quite nice and I find it pretty easy to operate in just about every condition. A little bit further back, you have your drive mode selector. Very simple. Eco, rotate to the left, sport to the right, as you can see here, reflected in your gauge cluster on that right split screen. And once you put it in normal, it goes back. You also see it reported in your gauge cluster. You get the red ambient lighting or the blue ambient lighting, depending on your mode selection. It's all very neat. And then here we have our heated and ventilated front seats, which is a lovely feature. And also one more switch there, which operates the rear shade, which, as you can see, drops right down. Extremely quiet, very smooth, and it's a great function to have access to up here. There's also another control that operates that shade, which we'll check out once we make our way in the back. Just above my head, you have this sunroof, which I will also show the operation of that opening and closing. It's one touch automatic. But you do have to hold it to close it, pardon me. As you can see, functions perfectly as intended. And then just as easily, I can slide forward that little shade to keep the sun out of the cabin, but that's a very nice feature. So, very, very nice interior. I absolutely love it, and I can't stress again how lovely the leather is in this car. Has such a nice high quality feel. But next up, let's take a look under the hood and see how that engine contributes to the luxury experience. I'll meet you there. All right, so now we're here under the hood of the Lexus, and check out all this plastic. You can see it's absolutely hidden from the plain view what's actually under the hood here. You do have some really nice plastic that's been clearly very well kept. It's very clean, has a nice shine to it. You can see the battery back there is extremely clean. The connections look very nice. And of course, underneath these plastics, there's nothing to hide. It's just a nice way to present the motor when you open up the hood. You say, okay, and it doesn't take that much to actually access everything. You can see just some pop clips here, and everything will lift right out and allow perfect access. So it really does not impact servicing much at all. And I've heard that from our technician as well. But taking a look at what's under this beautiful silver cover is actually a 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8, which is just perfect in a big luxury car like this. You want an engine that does not have to try at all to propel this thing down the road. It produces around 360 horsepower and not too much less on the torque side, which is just a lovely figure. It's extremely, extremely smooth and quiet. It sounds lovely. It's everything that you want in a luxury car. And of course, because of that badge on the front there, which is just kind of a different way to say Toyota, it's going to last you a very long time, be extremely dependable, and parts are not going to be crazy to source or from a money perspective to purchase. So we absolutely love a Lexus with a big old V8. I also mentioned before some of these headlights. You can see a little flickering happening, but that's only due to the camera. They look absolutely perfect in person, and you can see some very cool designs in those headlights. So next up, let's take a quick look at the second row seating, which being a luxury car is just as important as the front. Looking here, plenty of room, as you can see, extremely spacious. I have not adjusted that seat whatsoever. I'm about 6'4". I'll pass by that beautifully appointed door card as I hop inside, and you'll find that I have enough legroom to almost fit another person between me and the seat. I mean, it's fantastic, especially considering how far back I have that driver's seat. It's an extremely relaxed position. So as you can see, very comfortable. I have some hidden climate vents just there on the side, some right there out in the open in the center, as well as a power outlet. I can, for my passenger's convenience, you can reach ahead and adjust this seat however you like. So if there is no front passenger, instead of having the driver make adjustments, all you need to do is reach up and you can slide the seat forward back, or you can recline it forward back to really maximize your legroom as the opposing passenger to the driver. Looking behind me here, we do have that shade, and you may be wondering, well, how do you operate it? It's actually here in the drop-down armrest. We have a couple of controls. I currently have the automatic climate control set on my seat, where it's nice and comfortable, but you can manually select different levels of heated seat here for your rear occupant, which is just an awesome feature. And then just there in the center with one touch, I can operate this shade. It's smooth, fast, and quiet. Lastly, under here, I do have some storage, as well as a couple of cup holders which deploy just there from the center. It's a very nice place to be. You also have a bit of access to the trunk if you need that. Oh, pardon me, I guess it's not access to the trunk. It's just a small bit of storage there in the back. Oh, nope, you know what, there you go. You just push that, and you do have access, and then you can close it all up nicely. So, absolutely lovely place to be here in the back of the LS. And if you need to check before the big event or wherever you're headed, you can see those mirrors light up beautifully, and both rear occupants have one of those just here. It's absolutely fantastic. I love Lexus LS, whether it's the 90s or the brand new ones, they're all just remarkable. So now with one touch, I'm going to open up this trunk. It's all power operated, which is great. You can see here, nice big spacious trunk. We saw that pass through from the back seat. Nice carpeting to protect the flooring, and we have your floor mats for all 4 interior occupants. And then with one touch, that trunk is going to drop right back down nice and easy. And we see some of that beautiful LED technology in the taillights just there. So if you have any further questions related to this stunning LS460, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you'll find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.